everyone, welcome to today's showcase on Dark Souls 3. I'm in a good mood today, because I hit 100 subscribers, yay! I'll have a video up later. Now, not going on about that, today's item is similar to the last video, or was it the video before? It's hard to keep track of which video I upload and which time, but the Brigand Twin Daggers. Now, there are some issues with the naming of that, so today we have the Brigands Axe. Now let's hope the japs here who made this aren't being racist again. Let's hope. Low hopes are added. But is it the same origin? We'll find out. The description of this weapon reads, clearly a lore-heavy weapon. Axe favored by brigands of a distant land. Surprisingly sturdy battle axe that requires more strength to wield than a standard axe. Well, battle axes are meant to be heavier than, a wood chopping axe. Not really the same idea. They'll do the same thing, because one's better than the other at different jobs. So, and the skill is the war cry, which is shared across many axes, which is literally a spirited war cry that temporarily boosts attack. When that happens, it changes the power attack as well, which they never like to mention for some reason. Weird. Now, for the weapon visually, if we're going on the appearance of the axe based on the similar twin dagger brigands origin, which is Arabic, we can see the picture, there's not a whole lot of similarities here. The axe in question of Arabic origins is much larger. It's certainly much longer too. And the chopping head is actually much wider. So we can assume that the inspiration of this weapon was no different from any other plain old battle axe from medieval Europe. Because a lot of battle axes took this shape. But we can see that it did not have the same influence of Arabic origins as the twin daggers, which is unfortunate. Moving on from that, the stats of the weapon. Physically, we got above average, 124. And the bonus is okay to reflect that. You got 50% of the damage in the bonus. That's good. The attribute bonus, we got 2Ds. We got one for strength and one for dexterity. Though it's probably leaning more on strength, if I had to guess. Possibly reflected in the attribute requirements. You got 14 strength required and a dexterity to use it. So you can possibly see that as strength going up into a C category in the upgrades. We'll move on from this. We've got the war cry shared across nearly every axe, which is a rough cost of 20 FP. Always will be. And the weight of the weapon is not that heavy either. It's only 3.0, so it's actually relatively light. Not much heavier than a plain sword, which is strange when an axe should be heavier. For the animations for the Brigands Axe, the basic attack is the axe swing, as if it's a hatchet. Power attack, you again slam it into the ground like any other axe. Again, don't recommend doing that ever. Two-handed wise, you again still get the basic axe animation, which is pretty much the standard going through this weapon. Power attack, you got a more heavier slam into the ground, make sure to chip that edge of that damn axe. Rolling attacks. Light roll attack is a very quick chop to the ground, and the heavy roll attack is a more heavier wound up chop to the ground. Now for the special, it's the war cry. The war cry is a visually red appearance, and it'll be around on you for roughly 20 seconds, around there. But another nice thing is, when you do have the war cry activated, your animation for your heavy attack changes, as we'll see demonstrated here. You can charge up and heavy slam to the ground. And the sprint attack is a quick axe chop to the ground. Going on to upgrades now. This weapon is increased with Tate Knight shards, fairly cheap. And the upgrade is generally 10 points for bonus, 12 points for the basic physical damage. And we can see I was right about the attribute bonus going to strength going to a C. Yes. Otherwise, it's a fairly average upgrade. Pretty good though, with that attribute bonus. Now, how well does it perform in the field? Well, I expect it to perform like any other axe, because it's not really that much more different from any other axe. I guess it's more based on better stats. But still, it should do just fine though. Now let's see, backstab, or back chop. We got roughly 460 damage, which is slightly above average, which is expected of this weapon. It has plenty of damage, and it's relatively fast. The basic attacks anyway. Power attack's not nearly as fast, but still doing just fine. Now, the bigger question is, can I get through a large shield? Let's try. Get Buddy here off the bench. Okay, turn on the power, and let's use the special animation. Oh, of course, you interrupt me. Gotta love these guys. Never make it easy. Don't even need the special animation. 2 basic attacks, and I'm through. Easily gets through that shield. Nice. And plenty of damage too, almost 600 damage for critical. Now, does it work against the Gorgal though? Using a power attack, did a lot of damage. That didn't really get through the shield. Nope, can't get through the Gorgal shield, but I'm not truly surprised with that. It is a small axe after all. Now, onto the Black Knight, the more powerful enemies in the game. Speed and attack power will be needed, because they have plenty of both. So they gotta match them, if not surpass them. But I'll probably just go for backstabbing, as I always do, these enemies. That's if I don't screw it up. We can see we still get plenty of damage. With all that on, I still do roughly the same amount of damage as I did to the other knight. If the Warcry wasn't on, I'd do less, but still plenty of damage. Moving on to the pros and cons of the Brigands Axe. Pros, you got high damage output, more like average to high. Still good though. And the special is useful. And it's a fairly light weapon. Oddly light. Alright, moving on to the cons. The animations are extremely boring. Offers no new animations at all from the previous axe. And I think that's the only true con of this weapon. Yeah. I can't foresee any other con. Move on to the score though of the Brigands Axe. Damage gets 7 out of 10. It's all damage. Slightly above average. Reach I give a 4 out of 10. With all of the animations being a little bit shorter than a longsword's jab, I rate that at 4. Animation gets 2 out of 10. If it wasn't for the special changing the power attack, it would be a 1. But even then, that special attack, the special power attack I should say, is borrowed from all the other axes pretty much. Bonus though gets 7 out of 10. Had plenty of bonus in it. Misc though gets 4 out of 10. It is designed after a battle axe, but however, they give the same description as the twin daggers, which is actually based on an actual weapon. This one seems to be the wrong origin point. You didn't have to call it a Brigands battle axe, but since it is, its origin point's obscured. They're going just right up saying it looks like another European battle axe. So with that said, in total, the Brigands battle axe gets 24 out of 50, which is classified as bad. Mainly what's bad about it is the aesthetics. It's still a functional weapon, but there's not a whole lot of point to use it compared to all of the other axes in the game. Still a decent weapon nonetheless. It's only bad because of the aesthetic reasons. But that's still taken into account with the points. So, a Brigands Axe. Not really need to be called a Brigands Axe, but that's what it is. A Brigands Axe. Who are they? Nobody knows. Does anyone care? Probably not. But oh well. Still a functional axe, just wish it was different. Otherwise, you might as well call it just a plain old axe. So you might just want to take some of the more fancier versions, the Eleonora, maybe some of the heavier ones, but oh well. That's been Showcase for today. I thank everyone here for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there.